Soit Noir Radio.
Hello, 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 hello. So nice to see you all. Again, I'm surrounded by cutesy little animals. I feel very out of place, but it's okay. So listen, thank you so much for returning viewers. I appreciate you more than you know, including my awesome co-host, who is
Beefy, your shit talking squirrel friend.
Yes. And for those who are new here, I am your host, Alistair, and today we have a guest named Gamer Nate 92. Listen, Gamer, as I mentioned to you earlier, I like the fact that you're blushing and you're winking at me. Yeah.
Hey, nice. What?
I think it's great. I didn't know I had that power like that. Guys, today's a special day. Why? Because today is Valentine's Day. So again, happy Valentine's Day to all of you. If you are booed up, give an extra smoosh and a nasty French kiss to your loved one. Why not? Why not? But if you're single, do it to your pet, to your
Did you say booed up? I've never heard that before. If you're booed up,
like if you partner up, right? Give them a nasty French kiss, slobber it all, slobber it. But if you're single, kiss the next best thing that's next to you. And of course, it happens. You don't have to be booed up every single year. That's what life is about. And on off. Look at me trying to walk myself out of this mess. But anyway, long story short, we have an awesome show for you today. Beefy, how you been?
I'm good, man. No complaints. Life is good. I'm kind of in my stride now. No complaints. How about you? You have a nice week, buddy?
Yes. Busy week, but very nice week. Let me just acknowledge people. Hi, Alicia. Christine. Hi, Christine. I thought about you last week. Look at me thinking about people. How rude. But hi, Christine.
I always think of Christine. I'm laying in bed and I wonder how Christine F is doing.
Yeah, she popped into my head. I was thinking that too. I wonder how she's doing. Elena Hernandez. Hola. Yeah. Oh, I'm looking fancy. You have no idea. This is a Under Armour shirt. It's a sports shirt. No, I just look fancy. I put a jacket on. No, I look normal, but thanks. I'm happy that I made it work.
Elena in the house. Hola. Oh yeah, you are looking fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? Yes. Listen, Valentine's Day plans, guys. What do you got going on?
Oh, we're speaking different languages today, huh? So, konnichiwa, hello.
Can you say it in French?
Kia ora.
Can you say it in French?
Bonjour.
Oh wow, you can. Yes. Okay, it works. It was a trap.
It works.
Yeah. Oh, joke's on me. All right.
Yeah, the Kia ora part was chirped out to my family in New Zealand.
Wait,
hello,
the what?
Or Kia ora. Kia ora.
What is
it
that?
means hello and goodbye in Maori in New Zealand.
Oh, I didn't know.
Anyway,
anything special? Anything special, you guys? Write in the comments if anything special you're doing for the Valentine's Day, and anything that you're thinking about doing for your loved ones. And by the way, you know what I just learned today? I sent a text to a very important client of mine. I said, "Happy V-Day." Listen, I didn't know. I'm foreign. I didn't know that V means vagina. So she was like, "What?" So I just I don't have time. Who has time to go Happy Valentine's Day? That's a lot of typing. So I said Happy V-Day, and she like that face that goes like this on the emoji face, and she goes, "Did you mean vagina?" Because I said no. Today's Valentine's Day. She's like, "No, the V means vagina." Anyway, so don't say Happy V-Day. Don't do the mistake that I did.
Yes, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, because it's in the shape of legs spread. I
Yes.
guess. I don't know.
That would be it. Yep.
Oh no, my dirty brains kept showing. Sorry.
Well, that
telling on yourself.
And I'm thankful that she understands me enough not to fire me, really. Yeah. I was like, Happy V-Day. She was like, what? Anyway.
You're taking Chris to a fancy restaurant tonight, right?
No, we already went. Oh, right. The restaurant is a surprise, but we went to we had
He's not watching, right? Did I spoil it?
No, he's not watching.
He doesn't
No,
watch
no,
your
he's
show?
not.
Oh, shucks.
No, he's not watching. He's busy in the meeting upstairs. He's working.
He's
please.
like, I see enough of you. I don't see anymore.
We went to had a nice little pastry lunch together, and we talked about since the baby, you talked about like us without the baby, and then tonight we're gonna go to a fancy restaurant, and he has no idea that someone is gonna pick up the kid, and yeah, it's gonna be nice, and then
That's awesome, man. Good for you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's get to the
Nice.
show because it's time sensitive. Okay, everybody.
Yeah.
All right. I just saw Christine's message. Wink, wink, wink. Perfect. All right. So today we're going to talk about a crazy person who, yeah, I know. I'm so glad you're feeling better. We talk about I'm sure you know of this guy. And what he did, he committed a murder. Long story short, he killed his girlfriend, but it's the way he killed her. And I'm sure you heard about the story. Beefy, you want to play the synopsis?
Yeah, sure. We can do
Let's
that.
do it.
Got this all queued up.
Keep you on your toes, Beefy.
Reva was a wonderful person, a bubbly personality. She brought people together.
Yeah, it's crazy out here.
She could make you feel as though, you were the only one there. She made us all feel special.
Pistorius should now be heading to this private cell in the hospital wing of a maximum security prison.
Hey guys, I'm Reva, and I'm begging you to not miss the first episode of Tropical Island of Treasure 5, shot in Jamaica, this Saturday on SABC 1.
Reva had a big voice, and she had a big heart with big dreams and big beliefs, and strong ones.
Does not define you in your place in the world. Accept who you are. Acknowledge your absolute can-dos in life and work on your maybes so that you can be a better person for the ultimate upliftment of those around you. Such a loss to society because she would have done so much. She would have made big bookmarks in the world.
The way that you go out and you make your exit
Beautiful.
is so important.
Gorgeous.
You either made an impact in a positive way or a negative way. Just always be true to yourself.
Look, this is the story of a lunatic called Oscar Pistorius. He is a paraplegic athlete, and essentially he was found guilty of murdering his girlfriend. I remember where I was when I first heard this story. It was a while ago. And I was watching TV like I always do, really, back in the day. And so I was like, what? That's insane. It can't be. And so I watched the trial up to a certain point. And the thing that made me realize that this guy is lying is the fact that throughout the entire case, at least at the beginning of the trial, he was not showing any true emotion. He was kind of like pretending to cry, pretending to be distressed.
Alligator tears.
Right. They were, yeah, it was just all pretend. There was some sort of highfalutenness to the way he was describing his story. And furthermore, don't forget, this is a paraplegic. And the way he described how he carried her, a grown person, I was like, really? It just didn't make sense at all.
Draw me a diagram of how that worked.
Yeah.
You carried what now? You didn't carry shit.
Right. Especially because he didn't have on the prosthetic legs at the time he was describing the story. So he carried her while crawling on the ground. And I was like, what? Boy, is that
How
the
was
best
that
you
even
can
possible?
do? Thank you. Well, luckily the judges thought he was full of poop. But
Oh, good.
it's so nice to see Christine also familiar with the story. Yeah. And he went on and on and on about woe me, woe me, woe me. But you know what I found to be very dangerous about this man is the fact that at the beginning people actually were like, oh wow, yeah, he might be right. Why? Because he was a very popular athlete. He was a very decorated athlete. And they just couldn't imagine that how could someone do something so heinous at a very pretty model. That was one of the conversation starters going on at the time on the internet. It was like, oh,
Isn't
there's
there
no
a
way.
saying for that? It's like pretty white girl syndrome, right?
Exactly.
the pretty white girls that go missing get a lot more media coverage, and we care a lot more because they're white and beautiful.
And it was like, it couldn't be him. It couldn't be him. Matter of fact, he was found. It's crazy, but he was found. The first trial, the beginning of the trial, the verdict was not that he was guilty of murdering her. It was like involuntary manslaughter, which means that they believed his story. But it's the appeal. When he went and appealed, it's during the appeal that they were like, oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. You're guilty of murder. So his strategy worked. His strategy worked. Just to give you an idea of how ludicrous that strategy works. And that's why I was like, oh, man.
So according to the state, he didn't even murder anybody. So we're kind of getting your opinion right now. I mean, as much as I know, I don't know the facts of the case. Not to say that I agree or disagree with you, but according to the state's position, he has not been convicted of murder, correct?
So, yes, he has been convicted of murder, but it didn't happen on the initial trial. It happened during the appeal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So because he won, in other words, he was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter, and every criminal appeal. And it was during the appeal they were like, "Oh, wait a minute," because they reviewed everything. They was like, "Something doesn't make sense. How the hell did you pick up a grown?" And she's a tall woman. She's not like she's
Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Who filed for the appeal, him or the state?
No, it was him.
Yes. So if he had left it alone, he would have gotten away with it.
He would have gotten away with it. Yeah, it was him. It was
talking about telling on yourself.
And the judges, when they reviewed the case, they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. No, you're guilty."
He got greedy, like Icarus. He flew too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun. He got
he rolled his wheelchair too close to the sun.
I'm
sorry, I shouldn't be making fun of paraplegics. I'm sorry.
No, but it's true because the chatter before the verdict was like it couldn't be him. He obviously thought that there was an intruder. He didn't think he couldn't kill the beautiful girlfriend. They were happy together, and everything was doing great, and they were on the spotlight, and she was like on the upcoming with her career. There's absolutely no way.
Just even looking at the thumbnail, they do look like your typical Instagram couple. Like everything's fine on Facebook, but behind the scenes, I'm fucking murdering we're murdering each other.
Yeah, and
yeah, but here's the thing. Here's what I don't get. It's like why would someone like kill someone this beautiful and yet just like what triggers them to do this kind of crap?
Look, it's hard to put yourself into the mindset of a murderer, regardless of what the victim looks like. I mean, I know what you're saying, and that like she's so beautiful. How could anybody ever think of hurting her? But
yeah, she's beautiful, and she's got a really good personality and career. Yeah, I would support her all the way. Like, oh, holy crap! Like, but it just gives me a migraine to think of like what's wrong with these people.
I know. We say it all the time. It's like it's so far and away removed from what seems normal to us. It's really hard to, especially for people who have a lot of empathy, which I'm assuming all three of us do. It really runs in the face with somebody who tried to put yourself in someone else's shoes of how you could ever get there.
Yeah, but I think the reason why it's very difficult to put yourself in those shoes, like my therapist said, is because their brain is completely different. Like they don't even operate on the normal spectrum as a typical standard human being. They are on another level.
Well, obviously, right? Hence the reason they're murdering somebody.
Hence the reason they're murdering somebody, and that's why it would never make sense. So she's like, don't like lose yourself thinking, oh my God, how could it be? And because we'll never know the answer, and it's impossible to know the answer because you're not a murderer. Yeah. Now, Gamer Nate, if you were a murderer, maybe you'd be like, oh, honey.
This makes total sense. Yeah, kindred spirits. Like, of course he murdered her. What do you mean?
Yeah, duh. You waited so long.
She sneezed on his pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. But apologies. To follow through here, I want to show you really how it happened, but I want to show you from the point of view of him. And this situation, this video, this account from the affidavit is what the appeal judges were like, you are full of baloney. You're guilty of murder. If you go ahead, show the first video where it shows how it happened from his point of view.
In the court affidavit signed on February 19th, 2013, Pistorius said he was watching television in bed while Reva Steenkamp practiced yoga after a quiet dinner together. The couple...
Hold on. Are these his... Are those his legs? Sorry, I thought it was a mess up at first. Okay, my bad.
Fell asleep sometime after 10 p.m. Pistorius awoke a few hours later. He brought a fan inside the bedroom and was closing the balcony doors when he heard noises from the bathroom. Pistorius feared an intruder had entered. He grabbed his 9mm parabellum from underneath his bed and headed to the bathroom. He shouted at the intruder and yelled at Steenkamp to call the police. Pistorius saw that the bathroom windows were open and heard movement inside the toilet room. He was too scared to switch the light on. He fired 4 shots at the toilet room door. He screamed for Steenkamp again, but there was no response. He then moved backwards out of the bathroom. He reached the bedroom and found Steenkamp was not in bed. Pistorius returned to the bathroom and called Steenkamp's name. He tried to enter the toilet room, but it had been locked. He returned to the bedroom, opened the balcony doors, and screamed for help. Pistorius put on his prosthetic limbs, ran back to the bathroom, and tried to kick the toilet door open. The lights were switched on at this point. He then grabbed a cricket bat from the bedroom and smashed the toilet door. A panel broke off, and Pistorius found a key on the floor. He used it to open the door. Steenkamp was slumped over on the toilet. Pistorius carried his girlfriend out of the bathroom and phoned property manager Johan Stander to call an ambulance.
Okay, hold on here.
Hey, yeah, that's from his point of view. That's what he told. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a full stop here. I'm not putting together these pieces. So he's laying in bed next to his girlfriend.
He's hanging out with his girlfriend.
He goes into the bathroom.
He's watching TV.
He goes into the bathroom, shoots the door, comes back, the girlfriend's gone, and when he goes back in, girlfriend's in the bathroom. Is that the only entrance to said bathroom?
No, well, so no, according to like what he just said, like he was just hanging out with his girlfriend, she was doing yoga, he was watching TV, then around 10 p.m. they went to bed. And in the middle of the night, so the lights are off, he was like, oh my God, it's hot. So he got up and got the fan and placed the fan towards them. And then he realized that, wait a minute, there's someone in the bathroom. So he was like, oh my God, there's someone in the bathroom. So grabs his gun and be like, get out of the bathroom, MF. And he shots 4 times.
Couldn't it? Okay, hold on. So 2 problems. First problem, couldn't it theoretically have been his girlfriend who walked behind him while he was taking the fan out into the bathroom, and then he just shoots? He just starts shooting immediately?
Yeah, this is why it doesn't make sense, according to him.
Issue number 1. Now, issue number 2, let's go with other theory, that girlfriend doesn't go behind him. How does she get from bedroom into bathroom without
him noticing? Well,
yeah,
you're gonna have to ask him, because that's his story, and that's what the judges in the appeal were like. How the hell did he not get guilty?
Do you remember when Gavin Fish was on and we were talking about how when you hear a story from a first-hand witness who is telling a story you think might be guilty, typically when you don't have all the facts of the evidence, what makes me convinced towards guilty is that when things, they really just aren't clicking. Like they don't sound completely wrong. They don't sound completely right. They just they don't make sense. And it's because they're coming from a place of somebody who's creating an artificial story who doesn't know what the reality of murder actually looks like. Yeah. So they're painting you a picture of what they assume a murder situation might look like. But to us, people who see true crime every day, it just looks bizarre.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Here's what I don't get.
Yeah.
How does a paraplegic with prosthetic legs is able to try to kick down a door?
So, okay, to give you more of a context, he was a sprinter. He's a sprinter. So he's a sprinting athlete. So he has prosthetics. And even though you saw him stumbling when he walks on his legs without prosthetic, it's only at a tibia. So he's able to stand and walk without the prosthetic.
Yeah,
but
I saw that.
Prosthetic to exert power. Right, not strength, power. So he needs to put on the prosthetic to kick down the door, because that's power.
I understand that. It's just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'm picturing it too. I don't. Those physics aren't clicking for me.
Yeah, I mean,
plus
the appeal judges believe you. That's why they were like, "MF, you're guilty. Forget these, not involuntary manslaughter. Slaughter." Yeah.
Plus,
but look,
plus,
go ahead.
Plus, here, sorry, I'm just getting a headache from thinking about this. It's like okay, so he gets up to get like they go to bed. He gets up and gets a fan, and then he hears noises in the bath. Huh?
Right.
Hears noises in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He hobbles over to the bathroom with a gun.
Yeah. Shoots it.
No,
Get out the bathroom, intruder.
Not yet. He goes in and says that there's quote unquote a window open, but clearly it shows that the window is closed. And he's screaming out. He's screaming out for his girlfriend, and there's like no response from her. So yeah, he clearly didn't. So in reality, he clearly did not yell out her name. He just knew. In my opinion, he knew she was in there, and he just point blank just then causes all this story, and that
you got it. He knew exactly she was in there. Matter of fact, also like a room is not so dark that you can't see your hand. So when you turn around, I mean, I can see like, okay, get up. There's an intruder in the house. Okay. Oh, is there? Yes, there is. Get up. Like it's not like, oh, where's things? Where are things? You know, because he picked up the gun and he's like, who's there? So that means you could see your girlfriend laying on the bed or not.
Yeah, and here's another thing. So yeah, when they fell asleep at 10 and then he gets up later on, like how long ago did he get up to get the fan?
It doesn't quite say, but it just say in the middle of the night. So maybe 1 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah. So his eyes would have been accustomed to the dark at that time. So he could have seen some shapes or whatever, and you could clearly see and feel that there's no one in the bed next to you.
100%. I mean, guys, we've all slept with someone before, right?
I was just about to say, for anybody that's been in a long-term relationship, when you wake up in the middle of the night and your significant other isn't in bed, you know immediately. Like you are just used to. Yeah. It's almost like a sixth sense. Like you can feel their energy. Like you can tell right fucking away when somebody isn't next to you.
Now, technically, I have slept with someone, but I had no choice. See, it was a ski trip and had to sleep with some of the guys, and plus I had no sleep whatsoever because one of the dudes was like,
any stories better than none?
Like,
sure. Nothing. I'm being stupid. I'm being an idiot.
But the point is, it's apparent that there's someone next to you because like it's like an obstacle. Like it's just like obstacle. Sorry.
So we think that the theory is he just wants to kill his girlfriend. He pulls out a gun and shoots her and uses this convoluted story to cover it up.
Yeah, because he realizes. Yeah, because look, now the prosecution. This is the prosecution version of the story. And listen, it's not like it's the 1930s where we don't have forensic situation. I mean, they can see the bullets, they can see the details of really what happened. And I'm still baffled at the fact that he was not convicted of murder the first time. So his story, they ate it up. The jury ate that BS up. All right. Beefy played the prosecution.
Here's a question. I've seen my fair. Sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I've seen my fair share of like CSI and all that. And
hold on 1 second. That's not this one. That's the ex-girlfriend part. So the prosecution version is from the second.
Now, when they do the.
You're breaking up the internet there. Say it again.
Uh-oh.
No, you're good. You're good now. So repeat.
Hold on. So I think I'm lagging.
You are lagging, but we can hear you now.
Sorry, I think I was lagging out. Yeah. Sorry. So I've seen my fair share of CSI and all that, but
Oscar said it was.
Have they done the?
All right, well, you're roboting out, Nate. We're gonna play this video. Get some better in it.
You're lagging.
Yeah, the night before Valentine's Day, they went to sleep.
I think I gave you the time frame. I believe it's at
34.
Let me put it up.
Oh, 51 seconds. I got it.
Perfect. So this is the prosecution version. Listen to this.
Is saying is that this was a shooting out of anger, and to back up the timeline, they were arguing over something, and that for whatever reason she left to go into the bathroom, probably to hide. He is so angry, he finds the door is locked, goes back, gets the gun, and shoots out of anger.
I'm a private forensic consulting scientist,
Listen to this.
Dr. David Tatzer. The current sequence of events that the prosecution are alleging is that Riva was standing facing the door when she was struck in the hip by the first shot. That would have had the effect of destabilizing her, and she would have started to collapse. And the graze on the back of Riva's body, which the state alleges was made by a ricocheting bullet, and in that process of collapsing, she was hit by at least 2 other shots. Now, it's absolutely crucial that the state can show not only that that was the sequence, but that there was a delay in the shooting, because it then can be argued that Riva, after the first shot in the hip, would have cried out, thus dispelling any notion that Oscar would have had of it being an intruder.
Was he angry and
Go ahead and
frustrated
stop.
with his girlfriend that it's murder?
Gosh,
or
look at
was
what a
he
beautiful couple
scared?
though. Look at her. I am definitely susceptible to white girl because I just see that, like you said, I see that face and I'm just like, oh my God, how dare you, you asshole. But I have to say, in rewatching that clip, just like the mental image of him stumbling around on his, like all pissed off, like, oh God damn it, I'm gonna get you. Sorry, I shouldn't be making fun of disability. It's just okay,
You're so funny.
I'll shut up.
No, I mean it's fine. He's a murderer. We can laugh at him, I think.
Yeah, we can clown on him. Fair enough.
Right. But as you saw, this is more of the credible version. They had an argument. She ran away in the bathroom, locked the door. And, it was like, oh, really? You want to run away from me? I'm going to get you. So now from the outside perspective, as I'm looking at this, right, because the prosecution has the burden to convince me, so to speak, as the viewer.
It makes a lot more sense than his story, to be fair.
It makes a lot more sense. Right. But if you wanted more sprinkle of critical thinking to get a good idea, because it takes a certain behavior to do that. So how do I get convinced about his behavior and his character, right? And so this is what I did is I researched a little bit other accounts. Did ex-girlfriend, did somebody else has experience with him and his temper? What his temperament is like? Is there somebody else that can attest to this? And listen to what the ex-girlfriend says. I think I gave you the time.
Oscar, Sam?
We briefly met in 2010.
When did you start to notice changes in Oscar, and what concerned you?
Listen to this.
I started noticing within about 3 months of our relationship. Definitely his temper concerned me from within a few months of the relationship.
God, she's gorgeous too.
And not necessarily towards me, but towards other people.
But then he started shouting at you.
Yes.
But what would he say to you?
I mean, there was one time where he had been drinking and he fell and he thought that I had beat him up. So things like he would say, you bitch, you beat me in the face, things like that, where you don't know how to react. He was definitely very verbally abusive to me, very emotionally abusive. He was very controlling. He always wanted to know where I was, who I was with. If he didn't believe me, he would phone my family. He would ask me to send photos of what I'm wearing and the person I'm sitting next to.
And did he talk to you about what you wore?
Yes. That was actually quite a big thing in our relationship. I never really dressed up. I was never really allowed to wear high heels or
allowed. Oh my God, just that word.
Anything like that.
And Trish,
controlling.
Did you experience him as like that?
Yeah.
Controlling.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so. If he couldn't get hold of Samantha, he'd get so anxious and so overboard. And if she was somewhere where he didn't want her to be, all hell broke loose. Towards the end, it was so much. I mean, he had been unfaithful to Samantha twice that we knew of.
I knew it. And 9 times out of 10 in these situations where you have somebody who's overly controlling like that, it's an expression of their own insecurities. And I almost said, I didn't want to interrupt the clip, but I almost said that when she started going on about how he's so controlling and he's getting anxious and he wants to see pictures of what she's wearing. I almost said, I bet you he's cheating. Because I've experienced this firsthand. And I'm like, like faithful to a fault. Like I will ride bad relationships out till their dying fucking day. And I've never cheated before, but I've had a lot of partners who have been like this, like very controlling, wanting to read my phone. Where are you? What are you doing? And same thing, like can't find me, calling my family, calling my friends, just like really invasive. I would say even like emotionally abusive stuff.
Yeah, that's
and it came from a place of their own insecurities because they were actually the ones doing wrong.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've actually been in a relationship actually, but it was sort of a different kind of controlling, where she would just shower me with gifts and all that stuff just to make me be with her and all that, just to keep me with her, and even her parents
to enchant you
were part of it.
What? Her parents?
Yeah. Like they would take me on trips with them and so forth, and and then here's what the major red flag.
Yeah.
I just had this really bad feeling, and just because the way she was acting and all that, and I decided to break it off with her after 2 years. And then I get a message from her mom saying, if she kills herself, it's all your fault.
Oh, jeez.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question: Did you bring that situation to your parents?
Yes, I did.
And then what did your parents say or do? Just asking.
Oh, they were saying like, yeah, she's being controlling.
Okay.
Yeah, and this was like what was 2012, I think.
Wow. Oh wow. Okay. Did your parents be like, okay, look, son, stay away from this?
No, I figured it out myself, and then they agreed.
Did they keep an extra eye on you just to want to make sure? All right, just make sure my kid is okay.
Huh?
Did your parents keep an extra eye on you during this situation?
Yeah.
Told them about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe mom was involved into this mess. Because if she did end up, herself, mom and dad probably would have. Her mom and dad probably would have come after you in some way.
Yeah, they would have blamed you.
Yeah.
How sad. They again.
Fortunately, she didn't.
Yeah,
like she didn't off herself, and now she's married with someone else.
Well,
somebody else's problem.
Can handle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wow, how old were you?
It was 2012. Hold on a sec. I gotta get my calculator.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. To go back on this lunatic who killed his girlfriend on Valentine's Day. So when the appeals court looked at all the evidence, they were like, "Oh, wait a minute. How the hell did we miss this?" they were probably smacking the judges. How did you miss this? He's guilty.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? So. Because the forensic evidence showed that she was very well alive. She got shot once. He probably said something stupid behind the door, shot again, but missed. The ricochet of the bullet hit her all in the back. She was still alive, probably screaming, pleading for her life, right? And he had a GUN in the room. So obviously she maybe knew who was shooting at her. She,
Oh yeah.
God.
I mean, they were home alone, right? It wasn't like it was a big mystery.
Exactly. And that's right. And like Christine said, neighbors heard them fighting. Now here's my thing.
So yeah, that
go ahead.
By the way, to answer your question, I was 20.
20 years old. Ooh, that's too big for a 20-year-old. That's a lot of emotional stuff.
Yeah, they say your frontal lobe hasn't even fully developed until 25.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us make a lot of immature and bad decisions in relationships when we're that young, just because we haven't really learned what a healthy relationship is, but we also don't even really know who we are as people yet. I look back at some things I said and did in my first relationship and just cringe. Like I was a bad person in some aspects of my first relationship, and I just didn't know any better.
We all were.
I'm 31 now, so yeah.
Yeah, we all were. We were all young and stupid. This is what I always say to any young ones who will listen to me. You're supposed to live your life, just don't die. That's it. Go ahead, just wear protection, don't die. Because when you come back, you'll be like, oh my God, what was that thing? I'm like, I know. I haven't seen this.
Look, in reference to this case, though, I do want to point out just a stark contrast between the first video we saw of the plaintiff's presentation of what happened and how it's all over the place. It doesn't make sense. Like immediately we're throwing our hands up, yelling like this. Yeah. Like even the physics, the logistics of it are inconsistent, right?
Yeah.
And then you see just this night and day difference of the state's presentation where it's like, this sounds like something that could actually happen. Like this actually looks like it is true and real. You know, it feels real. It feels messy. Yeah. It's dirty. It matches with the evidence.
Yeah.
Very quickly we see this.
How the hell did he get involuntary manslaughter the first time? Why didn't he get murder the first time? Like it's like
I bet you he paid the jury.
No. I think the jury was enamored, like you said. With the girl.
He paid the jury with his SSI. Because he's handicapped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Well, he was a celebrity, right? So he might have had a certain amount of sway within his community.
Yeah, he was a celebrity, and she was also up there in a celebritydom. And I think the fact that their relationship was too public, it couldn't be like the ex-girlfriend, like under the radar. It became too hard for him to control her as he would because it was it was impossible. Like, what do you mean? Like, I can't hang out with the guy. My job is a hello everybody, good morning, hi. That's my job, right? So how do you mean I can't hang out with? Yeah, TV personality. What do you mean I can't hang out with the boy next to? Like, calm the F down. So yeah,
I could see that being a very volatile environment where she's needing to go to things for work, like appearances and stuff like that. You know, I need to go interview this guy at his boat or whatever, and he's like,
please.
"Yeah, f that, you're not going." I can see it. I can see it.
I saw that. Down. I had a motto, but darling, like
by the way, I just had a thought about this dude.
Go ahead.
How did he become paraplegic?
I'm not sure. I think he was born this way.
He was born. What?
Yeah, I think he was born this way.
Oh, I thought it was an accident, and that would also cause some kind of brain damage that made him be like this.
No, I think
would be consistent with
he was born this way.
Huh. Okay, never mind then.
Regardless, even if it was an accident that the frontal would hit, he's still a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's justification because he was
it
able.
It might be an explanation. It's not a justification. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
A mental imbalance is that's pretty much it.
We're all mentally imbalanced in some way.
Well,
but we're not murderers, right? Right.
Yeah.
Beefy?
Well, I mean, like in a
speak for yourself.
I can't think of wow. But I can't think of the words. It's just, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. But look, aftermath. Because listen, this is not over, right? Are you ready to be pissed? Because I'm ready to be pissed. You ready to be pissed? I'm ready to be pissed. If you play the next video, what happens next? Because listen to this.
I don't know if I'm ready to be pissed. It's Valentine's Day, but we'll get going here.
Frick? Pistorius, convicted murderer, today leaves prison on parole. He was once
parole?
an Olympic star, nicknamed the Blade Runner. His victim was girlfriend Reva Steenkamp, a law graduate and model. He murdered her on Valentine's Day 2013 by shooting times through a locked toilet door at his home. His trial absorbed the world. Pistorius claimed to have shot Reva by mistake, thinking an intruder was in the house.
I got to the bed.
Go ahead and stop it. So yeah, he's out on parole. He's out there ordering food like you and me, watching TV like me and you, eating Netflix and watching the Game of Thrones while the mother of the deceased is sitting there crying her eyes out. Why my daughter? And here's the thing where like I know we have to follow the law, right? Of course we do. And I know the law has stupidities, idiocracies, but I think certain criminals don't deserve second chances. You could throw tomatoes at dodge them all. I think if you're a murderer, you could rehab yourself literally at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah. Go ahead and rehab yourself. Like, have fun over there. But I don't think you have the right to go back into society. I think if you cross the line to take somebody else's life, I could never trust you again. Can you imagine falling asleep next to a murderer? Good night, honey. What? Like, think about that. Or being friends to someone who ex-murdered. Look, you call me judgmental if you want. Yeah, sure, why not? All right. If you're a murderer, I'm sorry. I guess we cannot be friends.
Now if this was if this was in America, there's no way he would get parole.
No, he got parole.
Well, actually,
no, there was a way. Please
wait. What?
Oh wait, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, the thing, he got parole after 9 years though. He got parole like quick. It wasn't
that's
like
really yeah.
Yeah.
Was that on the homicide charge or was that on the involuntary manslaughter?
That was on the murder charge. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because of good behavior. At that.
Most states, and again, it is state dependent, but most states carry any homicide charge with a minimum of 25 years. Now, prison sentences with good behavior.
He's the killer. He did on.
He killed her. He utilized tax dollars. You know, and then there's some lunatic, some bimbo out there who probably like, oh my god, he's so cute. Yeah,
yeah.
You know, he probably has a girlfriend, having a good old time while someone is dead. This is why I have a hard time with murderers, like people who do certain type of crime. No, I think you should be.
You know, I'm surprised. Oops. I'm surprised that I've seen too many cases of murderers getting free and all that. I'm surprised that no one's come out and offed him.
Probably because we don't have. Yeah, good point. I think. Good point.
He's an Olympic runner. He ran away. He outran the bullets. Faster than a speeding bullet.
More like faster than a paraplegic bullet.
Oh my god. It's so funny. I was
gonna say something else, but no.
Oh god. Well, you know, as long as I don't say it, go ahead, say it.
I don't want to.
Yeah, probably better you don't. We're on Twitch too, and they're not nearly like YouTube isn't bad enough. Twitch is even worse. There's no take-backs on Twitch either. It goes out and it's in there forever.
More like you said, faster than a speeding bullet, more like faster than a handicap bullet.
Oh, that's not that bad.
All right.
Okay, so it's because there's some places where it's
actually,
like
it was
you can't say that.
Joke though, gamer.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Sorry,
no offense, man.
Yeah, that's why I had to.
You built it up a little bit, to be fair. Like on the fly, maybe that joke
you
was
built
a little
it up.
different, but it had been built up. That did not live up to the hype. Sorry, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry. I want my money back, gamer.
We are a yes and community. We embrace each other's jokes here. Yeah, we're comedy supportive here.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, I had a voice for that, but I didn't want to do it.
Yeah, that might be putting it a little too far here. Yeah, okay, let's cut it there. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, move on.
That's really funny.
Well, interesting story. You said he ended up killing her on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, he killed her on Valentine's Day, and they had a fight, like all couples do, I guess. Maybe not on Valentine's Day. Yeah, but at the end of the day, he killed her, and he got away with it. I mean, he did 9 years, but he got away with it.
I mean, I'd look at 9 years, getting away with it. That's pretty close. I mean,
murder. No. I need you in there for at least until I want to be dead before you get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Look, the moral of the story, honestly, the moral of the story is keep a closer eye on your spouse. No, I'm kidding. Now, the moral of the story is listen. Love does not hurt. Love does not judge. Oh, what the hell I'm talking about? It does judge. Listen, the moral of the story is that love does judge. The moral of the story is that you red flags are a thing, and anybody who's really interested into you, who really loves you and like you like this should not make you feel threatened in any way, shape, or form. I think that encompasses most things, right? So
widen your view.
Yeah, if you feel threatened by your loved one, you tell them to their face, stop it. If you don't stop it, you escape. Yeah,
it's so easy to fall into these situations though, because most of these people, these predatory partners, they don't start off that way. It's like they're very lovey-dovey, everything's great in the beginning, and they slowly reveal themselves over time. So that way you're making little excuse after little excuse, justification after justification. So by the time you're finally seeing them with the mask off and the full image has really presented itself, you're committed. You know what I mean? Like you are invested at that point. And it's really easy for everyone, and I can tell you firsthand because I lived this. It's really for easy as us from a third party to look into a relationship and say, just leave it, just leave his ass. But when you're actually in that relationship, when you're committed to it, and you love that person, and you've seen the good in them, it can be really hard to not just mentally get your head around a new life without them, but also just getting the gumption to go through, because it's traumatic. Breakups are like actually going through the action. It's really hard.
Yes.
So as much as I do agree, you know, when we start to see these red flags and you think you might be in a position where your partner is abusive, we need to be accountable to ourselves and listen to the people around us who are telling us this isn't healthy. At the same time, if you are in that position, there's help out there. Like, you don't necessarily have to go through that alone. You know, I wish when I was going through this, you know, as much as people in my family were telling me this isn't normal, you need to do something. This was back in the early 2000s when violence against men really wasn't talked about or accepted. You know what I mean? If I told people my girlfriend was beating me, I got made fun of. You know what I mean? Like, just hit her back. And then if I would have done that, it would have been like, oh, you're a wife beater. It's like, no matter what, there was no right solution to that situation I was in. So luckily, we live in a different age nowadays to where a simple Google search will have, you know, you can go find a shelter or talk to a person. And they will literally walk you through it step to step to step.
Don't be afraid to seek out help.
Yeah. Or even go to a friend's, like, just call anybody. Someone would help you. Anyone, just anyone. It's even the person on the street.
And if you start noticing your spouse doing this, then quote the great Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help. That is such an iconic meme, dude.
Is that from Michael Jordan? I've heard that before. Is that? Oh my God.
Michael Jordan, yeah.
Get some help. You know what the context is behind that meme?
What?
His father, Michael Jordan's father, was like a really bad gambling addict. So much so that a lot of people think he was actually, you know, by the mafia because he owed them lots of money. And so, in the aftermath of his father's death, he ended up doing all these like anti-gambling ads. And that was from one of them. It was an ad that was about him telling gambling addicts, stop it, get some help.
Well, thanks for the. I didn't even know that was him. I've heard that quote before.
Memeology for today. Know your meme.
I've seen that meme before for Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Well, listen. Great story, Alistair. Really great stuff.
Thank you, Beefy. Thank you.
We have like about 12 minutes left.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
I figure we have just enough time to play our everybody's favorite game.
Go at random questions.
That's me every time.
So aggressive.
Yeah. So Nate, this is really simple. I do want to talk to you about your social media exploits, but before we get there, I'm going to ask you 5 random questions, and just be honest. Just answer, man. Really fucking simple.
I'll try my best, depending on the question.
All right.
Love it.
Question number 1. If you could prank phone call one person in all of history with 0 consequences, who would it be and why?
Hitler.
Oh,
woo!
Why? I didn't expect that at all.
That was a bold prank. Now, okay, so hold on. Let's expand.
Too late. He said it. Why?
No. I'm accepting your answer, Hitler. Okay.
Why not?
You
know, we all know what he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my question, though. If you are prank phone calling him now, are you trying to like talk him out of the genocide, or are you literally just like, "Hey, buddy, is your refrigerator running? Well, you better go catch it."
No, how would I do it? I don't have time to explain, but yeah, next one.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello.
All right. But you would prank him? Is he just here with that? You'd prank Hitler?
Yes.
Is your schnitzel running? Yeah.
Hello, is your schnitzel running?
Yeah.
Jawohl.
I think I've heard a story about like Hitler's sexual deviance. I think he liked to be pegged. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I heard that too. That he was like the opposite of a
liked it.
sexual status. Like he enjoyed.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't need to go down the
by the
rabbit
way-
hole of Hitler's sexual proclivities on this
Right,
podcast.
right.
We only
By
have
the way-
10 minutes left.
Okay, go.
By the way, not a
Second question.
not a sponsor, but there's actually a new documentary that I saw where it was like it's called The Day Hitler Died. It was like his last few days in the bunker and what was going on by
Oh, really? I thought they never
the
actually
people that-
established.
Orgies?
Well, the thing is, there's been lost footage for centuries now of the people that worked with him in the bunker, even his secretary that experienced all of this, that survived.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I don't even
And
blame
so yeah,
him.
he was
He's
shot.
insane.
He did shoot himself, and Eva poisoned herself, and they both burned, and they said to burn their bodies after they died.
Nate, I'm a little concerned about why you know so much about Hitler and why he was your first answer. Like, you know what? Never mind.
No. It just no. I don't see him as a role model. He's a.
I think
evil
there are
possessed.
answers
He
to
was
5 random questions we just don't need the answers to. Just kidding, man. I'm just teasing you.
I just like to make fun of him. Okay.
Yeah, I think we all do. We all do. He's a
we're
piece
just teasing you, gamer, and your green eyes. Look at that. Okay, next question.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you prefer crunchy pizza crust or like a doughy pizza crust? Like, do you prefer like a Greek style or like an Italian style?
Oh.
Doughy.
Because
crunchy is just like it's just.
I don't like the doughy pizza. I like the crunchy one where you get like that nice into the. Oh man, it's so good.
I really love stuffed crust.
Yeah, well, stuffed crust is OP. Yeah, that's always the best choice. You know who needs to chill is fucking Little Caesars with their pizza crust and their pepperoni crust and their gummy worm crust and their
gummy
what?
No,
What?
I'm just
gummy worm. You're just. I was about to say like what?
Oreo stuffed crust and we put a surprise toy in our crust.
Hey, at Domino's they have a pepperoni stuffed crust with mozzarella.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm.
They need to chill on all these crusts, especially Little Caesars. It's like they just back off. Like it's just pizza. Let's calm down a little bit, okay?
Now, hey, as long as you're not making fun of their crazy bread, then I'm good.
Oh no way, man! Actually, yeah, that's the sticks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man. You go into Little Caesars, get a hot and ready in the crazy bread. You pay like less than $10. You can't beat it. Feed a family of 3 for less than like. Honestly, how are they doing that with inflation? If you think about it, their $5 hot and readies have been like between $5 or $6 for like over a decade. How are they doing that in today's economy?
It's because it's a famous pizza joint. That's why, and everyone knows like, oh yeah, a good pizza. Well, sort of.
I definitely don't think Little Caesars is known for being good pizza. I think they're being known for having cheap pizza.
That's why I said sort of.
Yeah, let me clarify. It's good pizza for the price. I think that's the best way to say it. Okay, moving on.
Anyway, next question.
Question 3. Oh, this is perfect for Gamer Nate. Who's your main in Mario Kart?
I don't think people know what main is, but okay.
Gamer knows what it is. It's your main. Who you pick? Your main character.
Yeah. Depends on which game. Which Mario Kart game.
Let's go deluxe. The Switch one.
Does it really matter?
Okay.
Yes. Whoa, hold on. Whoa. Link is a good answer, by the way. Alistair, did you say does it matter?
Yes, because I pick Toad no matter where I go, where I am, who I'm driving. Toad is the best.
I picked Toad too, but I've been picking Toad since I played on Super Nintendo, so it's not a bad answer.
My cousin always picks Toad.
It absolutely does matter. Toad has more control but less speed, whereas somebody like Bowser has a higher speed, but he has less
control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so wait, you know this thing. So why are you saying it doesn't matter when you know for a fact that it matters?
Because when you're a fan of a character, it doesn't matter. I'll pick you no matter what.
So you're picking with your heart. So it doesn't matter the stats. I'm just a Toad fan. I'm just picking Toad.
I'm the fan of Toad. You could make Toad do cartwheels and backflip and zigzag.
Honestly, sometimes I pick Birdo in the new Mario Kart just because I like Birdo.
Now, if it was in the 64, I'd pick Luigi because I like green.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fourth question.
Okay, question number 4. What do we got here? Here we go. If you were elected president, who are you picking as your vice?
Oh, I love this question. Grown-up question. Love it.
My best friend, Acrobat the Dragon.
Oh, shout out to Archer. Yeah, he comes on our podcast. He's like, come on. He's supposed to come on, but he's in this podcast all the time.
Okay, why is he your best friend?
Well, we've been friends for about 12 years now.
Okay.
And it's just like
does he know all your secrets?
Huh?
Does he know all of your secrets?
Not all of them.
Does he know the most important secrets?
Yes.
Do you go to him and cry about your problems sometimes?
Yes.
Okay. So
You
why
picked a good vice then?
Why would he be a good pick for vice president?
Well, we have the same mindset for one. And it's
I can answer this question because he's also our DM. Acrobat, better known as Archer, is very diplomatic in that he is able to skirt the line of not being offensive, but also de-escalate issues. But he's also very caring and kind. I've had Archer personally reach out to me in times of strife when people didn't really have to. He's a very caring. He's probably watching this in the replay crew and doesn't know that I respect him as much as I do, but he's also a really good DM. He runs a really good Dungeons & Dragons campaign. So what else could you ask for in a good vice president? I support this. You have my vote, Gamer Nate.
So thank you. Both of you, one last thing about Archer. So what is his worst quality?
His worst quality?
Yeah, because you can't praise. He's not perfect. I want to hear his negative.
Well,
Give me a negative about him.
He can be a little quiet.
Yeah, he's very shy.
Negative. Don't be enchanted. Wake up! I'm just saying. You guys are drinking the Kool-Aid of Archer. Drink some water and then open your eyes. No, I'm playing. But it's always good to have the positive and the negative about someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your negative?
All right, final question.
My negative?
Yeah.
I have a temper. And I walk away.
You say that, but I've only really seen you mad one time on this show, and it was for half a second, and you just got kind of quiet.
Listen, I've mastered the arts of it. But if I'm pushed to a certain point, you don't want me angry. I have a temper, but I'm a grown up enough and I have too much to lose to act the fool. And I walk away. If I'm pushed to a certain point, I disappear.
Honestly, that's a responsible thing to get to a point where you're not thinking right. I try to do the same thing. Look, I'm just not thinking correctly. I'm not responding to this appropriately. I need to just step away. Best thing you can do.
I disappear. And in most cases, I make up my mind and I don't go back. So in other words, you'd be like, what happened to Alistair? Goodbye. I guess you could call it ghosting, but for good reason. That means you push me too hard. You push me too hard. Push me too far. I've said no too many times. You're not listening. I'm out.
So it's more like where's Alistair? Oh, he's being pissed right now. So yeah, he's gone. Just give him a minute.
No, it's not that because I'm not coming back. But I would tell you though, when you're pushing me too far, I say, listen, I've told you no 1,000 times already. Stop. And if you don't get it, there's no more conversation needed because you're not getting it. So then I'll just be like, he's not understanding it. I'm out. Goodbye. And it disappears. Who's like that?
I actually have a friend that's like where she acts nice to people, and if they don't return the kindness back, then it's like, okay, then I'm going to be rude to you then.
No, I'm not.
That's not a bad mantra.
If they're being rude to me, then I'll be rude to them.
No, I'm not like that. But I would tell you if I feel like, hey, you're being rude to me. Okay, I'll give you one quick example. For example, I was saying I saw a friend of mine. I went to him and I was being intimate a little bit, and I was saying to him like, hey, you know what? For some odd reason, I feel a little kind of way when you talk about this subject. He got all offended about it. I was like, no, I'm just telling you how I feel. That's it. It's not your problem. It's my problem. I'm just telling you how I feel. It's my problem at all. But he got very upset about it. And I went the next day. I reassured him, look, it's not about you. It's my issue, but I was just sharing it with you. Then he understood it. But in the same situation, he wouldn't let it go. It was like, Alistair said this. I was like, dude, I'll just open my heart a little bit. You can relax 1,000 seats. You know what I mean? Like chill, relax. And he didn't quite get it. For the past month, he just wouldn't let it go. And I was like, you know what? You can have fun by yourself. I'm out. You know, so, no, I'm nice. I tell you when you're annoying me. Maybe I tell you 1 time, 2 times. If you're not getting it, and end up being upfront about it, if you're not getting it, then there's no point of conversation. I'm out. And I do have don't mess with me. But I say that in a nice way.
Yeah. Okay. Final
question number 5. Yes.
Yeah,
Final
I have to go.
question. This is really easy. Give me one thing you're thankful for.
Oh, one thing I'm thankful for? Oh, that's easy. My family and friends.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, gamer. Look at this little rosy cheeks. Oh, family and friends. That's so sweet. Yeah. How about you, Beefy? What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful that Gamer Nate took time to come on our show today for Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for coming, bro.
Yeah, if you ever want me to be a guest again, then shoot me up. Then shoot me a message. I mean, shoot. I said that the wrong way.
For sure, though. Yeah, we'll have you come on again.
Yeah.
Beefy, you too. You have rosy cheeks. Notice that on Beefy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he does.
You're both blushing. Look at that. Well, good thing I'm black because you can't see me blush.
There's just so much love in the air here on our Valentine's Day special. You know, we're all appreciative of each other. We're all friends. We love all of you in the chat. Alina, Jonesy, Alistair. Alistair, you're on the chat. You're our host. Alicia, all of you, all the replay crew. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today on this Valentine's Day stream. This was a lot of fun.
Okay. Yeah. I have a confession to make for the final as my final thought.
Go ahead.
Oh, hang on.
The final thought.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't honest when I was making that joke. I had something, but I didn't know it'd be appropriate. When you were saying faster than a speeding bullet, I was gonna say more like half a bullet.
Oh.
It's still one over my head. Still not funny, gamer.
Yeah, we'll work on that. We'll brainstorm. We'll workshop some of these.
He's half the man that he is.
Oh, we get it. Believe me. Yeah, joke is understood.
Oh my God. Oh, Christine, I see that. I will. You know she's big now, Christine. Christine, listen to me. This girl, my daughter, she is she's big. She started very small. She is shooting up. She has attitude in a good way. And you know what? She said, no, Olympia says no a lot, which is I'm somewhat guilty because I told her that from the very beginning. And but I'm a parent. I'm not your friend. Say no. Depends on what it is. I veto that stuff in a heartbeat. But yeah, she's well. Thank you.
Wait, so you said she mainly says no?
No, she says no a lot. Olympia is very opinionated, but it's something I fostered. Like
I was about to say, is like, did you do this? No. Am I your friend? No. Is that all you can say? No.
No, I enjoy every day. Listen, that's why I haven't been posted that much. I enjoy every day. Please. I love my baby. I love my baby. Anyway,
well, why don't you get back to your baby, everybody?
Yeah.
I have to take you out because I do have to.
Hold on. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Gamer, I want to thank you one more time for coming on today. Really appreciate your time. And everybody that came out today, thank you so much. Replay crew, we love you. Alistair, please take us home.
Thank you, Etan. Again, please like, subscribe. Listen, have a great, happy Valentine's Day and have a great weekend and enjoy whoever is your loved ones. Enjoy every single bit of them, okay? And I mean that. Every single bit of them. And goodbye.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
End transmission.
Thank you for watching.